Greetings. I'm the Computer King, the supervillain of streaming. Welcome back to my show. Yes, live evil. And yes, I'm excited to open the packs. Yeah, Phoenix. Pretty cool. If I give you a close up, it'll be some other time. But, yeah. Magic the Gathering Arena Adventures in the Forgotten Realms. Magic the Gathering meets D&D, and boy, have I been waiting. And of course, that doesn't work. Ha ha ha. This is the first time I've done a show for a couple weeks without it being a watch along. I don't know if I'm going to be doing one this weekend though. So I'm doing a stream now. And yeah, it's not going to show until I'm done. There we go, fixing it. Of course, I need to click on the right thing to get it to work. Yes. Arena. Oh, great. There, this should work. Yes, that works. But not well. Actually, yes, it fits perfectly. The only thing that's missing is, me. There we go. There we go. Haha. Alright. I've got 53 decks because if you don't know, if you play Magic the Gathering Arena, you go over here to the store. You go to the redeem code up here in the upper right hand corner, and you put in with a capital capital P, play DND. I've already done that. That's why I have 53 and not just 50. And it'll give you 3 packs of Adventures in the Forgotten Realms. I bought the I bought one of the pre-done the 50 packs plus a lost back and why do I click the wrong things all the time? And this. No. Ah, jeez. I don't do anything right. Loth. I got Loth. I'm screwing things up, but it's funny. So. Okay. Let's start opening up packs. Let's see. Leather armor. Nice. Equip 0. Only once each turn. So, if you want to move it, you move it for free once each turn. That's pretty cool. But you can't move it more than once. Baleful Beholder. Nice, I got a Beholder right off the bat. 6/5 for 6, that's nice. And either each opponent sacrifices an enchantment or creatures I control gain menace till the end of turn. That's really nice. It may not have haste, but it helps your creatures that are already out. Evolving Wilds. Everyone knows this card by now. And it's a nice new picture. And the quote, parts of Faerun still churn with the magic of arrogant Netherese mages long dead. Archmages long dead. I didn't read Forgotten Realms. Way back. Vampire Spawn. When it enters the battlefield, each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. Num num num. Reaper's Talisman. when the equipped creature attacks, it gains Death Touch until the end of turn. When it attacks alone, the defending player loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. That's nice. If you're going to sacrifice a creature, might as well slap this on it. And 1, you give it Death Touch. 2, you immediately do damage and gain life. Guild Thief. It's an Orc Rogue. Oh boy. Whenever Guild Thief deals combat damage to a player, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Yikes. Ooh, cunning action. For 3 and blue, Guild Thief can't be blocked this turn? Now I don't know what cunning action means other than what it says after it. But that's pretty nifty. Orb of Dragonkind. Oh, nice. This is like a story element. I've heard a lot about Forgotten Realms ever since, they came out with this set idea. So, for 1 and tap, add 2 mana in any combination of colors. Spend this mana only to cast dragon spells or activate abilities of dragons. And a red, tap it and sacrifice the orb to look at the top 7 cards of your library. You may reveal a dragon card from among them and put it in your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. That can be nasty. That can be very nasty. Let's see what's next. A Shambling Ghast. When it dies, either Brave the Stench, target creature an opponent controls gets -1/-1, or Search the Body, create a treasure token. That's cute. Evolving Wilds again. Steadfast Paladin. 2/2 lifelink for 2. Yep. Bar the Gate. Counter a creature or planeswalker spell and venture into the dungeon. And here's the Dungeon of the Mad Mage. You got the Yawning Portal, so when you first get there, you gain 1 life. Next one is you scry 1. Then it splits off to the Bazaar, where you create a treasure token, or the Caverns, where a target creature can't attack until your next turn. Then a Lost level, you just get to scry 2. I mean, there are lots of venture into the dungeon cards, I'm guessing. I wonder if you can go all the way through some of these dungeons. Pretty cool. And check for traps. Thief, check for traps. I remember saying that a lot in my past. So. Okay, it's not showing any cards or animation. Gotcha. I don't know why I did that. Trying to fix. Why is that doing that? That's annoying. For once, I don't have to fix anything about a car, something, and it really screws up. Yeah. Okay, let's try this. No. You can see me, but you can't see what's going on out there. What the hell? delete that. And I'll see if I can fix that. So, what the heck's going on here? Okay, that's no good. Really? It should be catching that window, but apparently it's not. No, I didn't. You stupid. Okay, I don't even know what the rare was on that one. Oh, now it's moving. Now it's here. Okay. Everybody see that? Moving myself in front of it. There. This should be it. Excellent. So you missed 2 out of the 53 packs. That's okay then. All right, we got the Paladin Shield. It's got Flash, and it just pops out and attaches to a creature. Nice. Of course, it's a white card because white cheats like that. Zombie Ogre. Creature, a zombie ogre. A little round on the nose there. At the beginning of your end step, if a creature died, venture into the dungeon. Okay, with this card, you only get to move 1 step in your end step. My question is, does this still work? No, it shouldn't work if he's dead. Yeah. It shouldn't work if he's dead. Just because he was out temporarily doesn't work. He has to be there when your end step starts. Right click for more information. Oh, wait. There are 2 more dungeons. I see. Let's see. This one's cute. +1/+1 counters and red creatures, or losing life, gaining life, or a fungi cavern. Ew. And the final one is draw a card. Nice. Oh, 1 more. Tomb of Annihilation. That's not a good sound. Doesn't sound like a good place to visit. Let's see. Trapped entry. Each player loses a life. Then loses 2 life unless I'm moving my hand off the mouse because I want to move over and point at things. Each player loses 2 life unless they discard. Each player loses 2 life unless they sacrifice a creature, artifact, or land. Ooh, oubliette. Discard a card and sacrifice a creature, an artifact, and a land. Wait a minute. Why would you want to do that? If you want to avoid the stuff on the one side, you go through the other, but you get to the bottom one fastest. Create the Atropy. 4/4 black god horror. Creature token with death touch. Nice. Feign death. Nice. +1/+1 counter when it comes back. Scaled herbalist. He's a lizard druid. He's cute. He's got the little frills going on. So much death. Well, it's called the Tomb of Annihilation. You find the villain's lair. Wow. It's just straight up coming at me. Really? Villains? Of course. This is a goody-goody set. I forgot. It's D&D. Either foil their scheme. Wow. Where did I learn not to talk? Or learn their secrets. That's cute. That's very cute. Learn their secrets. Pretty nice. Draw 2 cards and discard 2 cards. But why is it learning their secrets when you're looking at your own deck? You should be able to look at the top card of your opponent's target opponent's library, and you may put it back on the bottom of the deck. Okay, sudden insight. Draw a card for each different mana value among non-land cards in your graveyard. This is really freaking specific. And it has the potential of drawing a lot of cards. I mean, 1 mana, 2 mana. Oh, 0 counts. You can have a whole lot of different cards in your graveyard. The quote is, "A lucky draw from the deck of many things gave Voltusk an inexplicable flash of understanding that he spent the rest of his life trying to repeat." Okay, here's Trilasara, Moon Dancer. Legendary creature, she's an elf cleric, and whenever you gain life, put a +1/+1 counter on her and scry 1. Yeah, in white and green. Nothing we want more than yet another freaking creature that gets bigger when you gain life. Sorry. Johnny's Pride Mates vibes here. Pissing me off. True Polymorph. Target artifact or creature becomes a copy of another target artifact or creature. Ooh, and it's got an illithid for a picture? Nice. Maybe a little too convincing, says the quote. But yeah, I like illithids. They're cruel fuckers, and they're scary, and they're hard to defeat because they eat your brain. And if any of you watch the role-playing game that I run on Wednesday nights, titled From Hench to Mensch, well, he hasn't been in it for a while, but there's an NPC who goes by the name of Mind Flayer. And yes, when he uses his power, it's got a visual manifestation, actually it's a mental manifestation of an illithid. He becomes an illithid in your mind. Nothing like tentacles of energy reaching out and grabbing you by the throat. And you not choking, but just losing your thoughts as he eats your brain. Oh, I forgot to mention he eats brains. Oh, he eats memories. It's a nicer way to say it. The Pixie Guide. Grant an advantage.
Hey, look, listen.
If you would roll 1 or more dice, instead roll that many dice +1 and ignore the lowest roll. That's nice. In leather armor again. Here's a spare dagger. Equipped creature gets +1/+0 and has, whenever it attacks, you may sacrifice spare dagger. When you do this, creature deals 1 damage to any target. That's cute. It's just, I've got this extra dagger here, what am I going to do with it? Well, you are attacking. He's got this 1/1 over here. There, it's dead. But now you don't have a spare dagger anymore. Steadfast Paladin again. Sepulchre Ghoul. Sepulchre is a very hard word to pronounce. Ghouls devour the dead and any living creatures unwary enough to fall into their grasp. Sacrifice another creature to give him +2/+2 until the end of turn. Activate only once each turn. Well, that's pretty good for a 2 casting cost. Of course, if it was white, it would probably be able to do that and be a 2/2. But that's just my bias. Grim Wanderer. Goblin Warlock? Uh-oh. Tragic backstory. Oh my god. Hey folks. It's a grimdark character. Oh, you can feel the edginess coming off of him. Cast this spell only if a creature died this turn. I'm here because my brother died. He was killed in front of me and I became an adventurer. They made an edgelord card. Iron Golem. Attacks or blocks each combat if able with vigilance. 5, 3 for 4. It's pretty nasty. And the big one. I got Ebondeath the Draco Lich. Yes, zombie dragon. Flash and flying. 5/2 though. He's a little bit weak on the ass. Well, he is all bone. Ebondeath Draco Lich enters the battlefield tapped and may cast him from a graveyard if a creature not named him died this turn. So if he dies with another creature, you can bring him back. If he dies all by himself in a turn, you can't bring him back until something of yours... Wait a minute. I'm just realizing. You may cast Ebondeath Draco Lich from your graveyard if a creature not named Ebondeath Draco Lich died this turn. It doesn't mean one of your creatures has to die. It's just a creature has to die. Nice. I was looking forward to maybe having one of those. Okay, folks. Somewhere around the end of this month, though, I'll be getting my own box of these, and I'll be opening those on screen. Dawnbringer Cleric. When it enters the battlefield, either cure wounds, dispel magic, or gentle repose. Cute. You can gentle repose the Draco Lich and make him go away forever. Air Cult Elemental. There's an Air Cult. Okay. 2/5. Flying, and he's got Whirlwind. When he enters the battlefield, return up to one other target creature to its owner's hand. That's nice. Somebody has creatures they've piled up with enchantments. Just go, yep, that goes back to your hand. Get rid of all those enchantments. You find a cursed idol. The names of these sorceries are great. Hey, Skullin, how you doing? Okay, choose one. Either smash it, a cursed idol. You smash it, destroy target artifact. You lift the curse, destroy target enchantment, or you steal its eye. Create a treasure token and venture into the dungeon. Herald of Hadar. Circle of Death. Okay, he's a 4/4/5, which isn't good to begin with, but it gets better apparently. So for 5 and a black, you roll a d20. From 1 to 9, each opponent loses 2 life. If you roll anywhere between 10 and 19, each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. And if you roll a 20, natural 20, you lose 2 life, you gain 2 life, and you create... they lose 2 life, you gain 2 life, and you create 2 treasure tokens. Pretty nice. And you can do that every turn. Shortcut Seeker. Whenever Shortcut Seeker deals combat damage to a player, venture into the dungeon. That's nice. So if you have, like, say 4 Shortcut Seekers out, you get all of them through. You can go 4 levels in this. So, Yawning Portal, then the dungeon level, then say the Goblin Bazaar, and the Lost level. So that's 2 scries and a treasure token. That works. That's pretty nice. So if you get creatures that venture into the dungeon, if you do damage, a good attack can get you everything that you want on the card. That's pretty nice. Hunter's Mark. Huh, nice. It's okay, a green and 3, but it costs 3 less to cast if it targets a blue permanent you don't control. Can't be countered. Target creature you control gets +1/+1 until end of turn. Then it deals damage to it of its equal to its power to target creature or planeswalker you don't control. Wait a minute. Okay, yeah, you've got to target one of your creatures, target one of their creatures. If the one of their creatures is blue, it only costs 1 green to do. Gotcha. Keen-Eyed Sentry gives you hexproof, and each opponent can't venture into the dungeon more than once each turn. Oh, that's nasty. So white has an anti venture trick. Cute. And here's Varys, Silvery Moon Ranger. And it makes me want to sing By the Light of the Silvery Moon, but I won't. Because nobody knows that song who's... Hell, I shouldn't know that song. Nobody knows that song who's under 60. Got Reach and Ward 1, which is nice. It makes people spend more if they cast a spell on it. So, whenever I cast a creature or a planeswalker, I venture into the dungeon. Nice, once each turn, okay. When I complete a dungeon, create a green 2/2 green wolf creature token. Very cute. Human elf ranger, he's the half elf. Cute. So he's a human elf. Okay, next pack. Okay, let's start here. Price of Loyalty. Gain control of a target creature. Untap. If mana from a treasure was spent to cast this spell, a creature gets +2/+0. That's cute. That's a cute mechanic. The Boots of Speed. Zip zip. +1/+0 and haste. Wait, is there a quote to go with it? Yes. Click your heels and become the wind. +2 mace. It gives +2/+2. I've got a +2 mace. Wait, why does your character say +2? Why does it? How does it work that way? Shut up! I've got a +2 mace. Elder God Ranger, another half elf. When he enters the battlefield, make a green 2/2 wolf creature token. Oh look, I like the wolfie. He's got armor on. Rust Monster. Got first strike 2/1 for 3, and if I sacrifice an artifact, he gets +2/+0 till end of turn. That's a bad card. That's just a bad card. Hobgoblin Bandit Lord. Oh, hobgoblins are counted as goblins. Nice. Other goblins you control get +1/+1. That's really nice. He's a lord, just like the old lords from original Magic. For 1 red and tap him, he deals damage equal to the number of goblins that entered the battlefield under your control this turn to any target. Like, oh, I cast this spell and it makes 2 goblins, and I put out this goblin, he spawns another goblin. So that's 4 damage I can do with this guy. Zap. That's pretty nice. Pretty nice. Let's keep going. Okay, we got the Dire Wolf Prowler. Get +2/+2 in haste until end of turn. So if you want to do 4 damage really quick, you need 5 mana, including 2 green, and only once each turn. That's still pretty good. Boots of Speed again. A Devoted Paladin, who is a beacon of hope. When he enters the battlefield, creatures you control get +1/+1 and vigilance till end of turn. That's nice. And here's the Steadfast Paladin. So this one's an Orc Knight, and this one's a Dwarf Knight. Because, you know, dwarves are short and sturdy. They're steadfast. And I guess orcs are devoted? Well, I guess if you think of it like this, orcs will beat the shit out of something they don't like. Beat it to death. Yeah, I got it to work. Here's the ranger's longbow. +2/+1 in reach. That's cool. Magic, I cast magic missile. What are you casting it? Add the darkness. They should have the darkness card just for a joke, but can't be countered. Deals 3 damage as I choose among 1, 2, or 3 targets. That's magic missile. Period. Although at 3 mana, it's definitely a little expensive. A tried and true favorite of many wizards, whatever their school. Plate armor. +3/+3 in Ward 1. And its equip gets cheaper if you have other equipment? That's nice. Of course it's white. Oh, of course it's white. And the big guy, werewolf pack leader. A human werewolf. Aren't all werewolves supposed to be human werewolves? Well, I guess you can do would it be a wolf were-human? Not a werewolf then? A pack tactics, sorry. Whenever werewolf pack leader attacks, if you attack with creatures with a total power of 6 or greater this combat, draw a card. That's nice. Until the end of turn, for 3 and a green, werewolf pack has base power and toughness 5/3, gains trample, and isn't a human. It's like, I've got this to make humans weaker. Fuck that, he ain't no human no more. Take damage. What's coming up? Potion of healing. When it enters the battlefield, draw a card. That's nice. Of course it's white. Sacrifice it for 3 life and 1 white mana. Of course it is white. Why wouldn't it be? Of course. Genie Wind Seeker. Oh, when it enters the battlefield, you roll a d20. Either scry 1, 2, or 3. Real nice. Real nice. I love the die rolling mechanic in this. Clever Conjurer. He casts Mage Hand. Nice. Untap target permanent not named Clever Conjurer. Because you can't pick yourself up with Mage Hand. Just saying. Activate only as a sorcery. See, that is the canonical reason behind it. You can't pick yourself up with Mage Hand. The Magic the Gathering reason behind it is if you have a card that does something whenever something untaps or taps, and you can untap him infinitely because he untaps to untap him. He taps to untap himself. You've won the game. It's an infinite combo with like 2 cards. Don't want that. Eyes of the Beholder. -11, -11. That tells you that your Magic Gathering has noticed that people are casting bigger creatures and letting creatures get bigger in the game. Let's put a card in here that just shrinks something down to manageable levels. Plundering Barbarian. It's a dwarf barbarian. You either smash the chest or you pry it open. You either destroy an artifact or you get a treasure. Cute. Dragon's Disciple. Oh, it's human monk. As it enters the battlefield, reveal a dragon card from your hand. If you do, or if you control a dragon, he enters with a +1/+1 counter on it. And then he gives dragons you control Ward 1. Nice. He's dangerous if you have a dragon deck that includes white. Aberrant Mind Sorcerer. Human Elf Shaman. He's got psionic spells. Okay. When it comes to the battlefield, you choose target instant or sorcery in your graveyard and then roll a d20. From 1 to 9, you may put it on the top of your library, and from 10 to 20, you can put it right in your hand. Nice. And the big boy, Cave of the Frost Dragon. If you control 2 or more other lands, it comes to the battlefield tapped. It makes white, of course. And for 4 and a white, it becomes a 3/4 white dragon creature with flying. But is still a land. Okay. Frost dragons are that big, I guess. Oh, I didn't even notice there's special music if you hover over the upcoming pack. Okay. Another devoted paladin, another pixie guide. That's nice. Gives you advantage on your roll. Oh, Magic the Gathering. A precipitous drop. Enchant a creature when it enters the battlefield, venture into the dungeon. Nice, nice. It gives the creature -2/-2. If I've ever completed a dungeon, it gets -5/-5. That's real nice. Arcane Investigator. He's an elf wizard. Search the room. The words GMs hate to hear. 1 to 9, draw a card. 10 to 20, look at the top 3 cards of your library. Put one of them into your hand, and the rest on your bottom of your library in any order. It's nice. I like the fact that they stop at 9 and make it a better chance of drawing a card, of getting a card in your hand. Pretty cool. A better chance of getting a good card in your hand, sorry. Soul Knife Spy. Whenever Soul Knife Spy deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. I have an issue. They're using their Soul Knife frivolously. They're using it to light up a book so they can read it. That is silly. My psychic blade cuts the mind and severs thoughts. Even if you survive, you'll never remember I was here. Nice. 50 feet of rope. Oh god, all the D&D tropes are in here. Search for traps. I searched the room. I found the villain's lair. So, if you tap it, you can prevent a wall from blocking it all because things climb over it. Cool. You can tie someone up, keeping a creature tapped. That's nice. Or you can rappel down, venture into the dungeon as a sorcery. Brunnar Battlehammer. He is one of the main characters from Forgotten Realms. Each creature you control gets +2/+0 for each equipment attached to it. Yikes! And you may pay 0 rather than the equip cost of the first equip ability you activate each turn. A double yikes. There's a guy who really wants I can't even remember what that stupid sword is from Eldraine that has flash, gives trample first strike. Oh no, trample double strike and plus something. It's just nasty. I knew you'd be in trouble if I came out and looked for you. I'd find you in trouble, sorry. Of course. If you don't go out and look, you'll never find them in trouble. And the big... I got the Book of Vile Darkness! That's one of the 3. There's 2 more nifty cards to go with it. At the beginning of your end step, if you lost 2 or more life this turn, create a 2/2 black zombie creature token. And if you tap it and exile the Book of Vile Darkness and artifacts you control named the Eye of Vecna and the Hand of Vecna, create Vecna, a legendary 8/8 black zombie god creature token with indestructible and all triggered abilities of the exiled cards. So he still makes you a 2/2 zombie. That's sweet. Okay, we got the Shortcut Seeker again. Another devoted paladin. Evolving Wilds. A Gnoll Hunter. Gnolls. Fuzzies. Angry fuzzies. They're like hyena people. Whenever Gnoll Hunter attacks, if you attack with creature total power, Pack Tactics again, with the total power 6 or greater, put a +1/+1 counter on her. And a Great Axe. +4/+0. It costs 1 to put out there and 5 to equip because it's so damn heavy. You give it to Brune or Battlehammer and he'll kick your ass. If you're so mighty scaled one, then why are you dead? Yep, talking smack. Lightfoot Rogue. A halfling rogue. Aw. Just an itty bitty little rogue. Well, still, it's a small. It's got sneak attack. When it attacks, you roll a d20. 1 to 9, it gains death touch. 10 to 19, it gets +1/+0 and gains death touch. Or 20, +3/+0 gains first strike and death touch. So you want the natural 20, because it'll kick anything. In fact, with a natural 20, first strike and death touch is pretty nasty. And I got the hand affected too. All I need is the eye. All I need is the eye. At the beginning of combat on your turn, equipped creature or a creature you control named Vecna gets +X/+X until the end of turn, where X is the number of cards in your hand. And when you equip it, you pay 1 to equip it. You pay 1 life for each card in your hand, or you pay 2. Nice. Okay, I've got 2 steps of the Vecna trio. Okay, got a Soul Knife Spy, Steadfast Paladin again, a Delver's Torch. When an equipped creature gets +1/+1, and when it attacks, venture into the dungeon. Nice. Kick in the door. Yep. An adventurer's preferred way of entering a room. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature, and that creature gains haste and can't be blocked by walls. And venture into the dungeon. Is it me, or does this look like Willow? Monk of the Open Hand. Elf Monk, Flurry of Blows. When you cast your second spell, put a +1/+1 counter on him. Nice. And again, the Reaper's Talisman. Death Touch. Oh, Mythic Rare. Next pack. I also get a Mythic Rare. Oh, when I get 6 more cards, sorry. Dueling Rapier. Flash, and when it enters the battlefield, attach it to a creature, just +2/+0, pretty nice. Zombie Ogre. See, this is what I like instead of Combat Trick Instance. I'm one of those players that prefers to play permanents over spells, over just temporary spells, because if you can get a permanent out there, it can do multiple things, or it can just keep something cool. Stay cool. Zombie Ogre again. Underdark Basilisk. Death Touch. 1/2 for 2 green, for a green and 1. That is not a good deal. I'm pretty sure that's not a good deal. But that's why he's a common. Yuang Ti Fangblade. A snake rogue. He is not a snake. He is a snake person, a Yuan Ti. They should have called him a Yuan Ti or a snake human. Whenever he deals combat damage to a player, venture into the dungeon. They got a lot of cards that send you into the dungeon when they hit. Tiger Tribe Hunter. Why is this tiger in the snow? Why is this tiger in the snow? No wonder this tiger's pissed. He has to be in the snow. Don't kick in the door. Yes, always kick in the door. And the big one, come on, Eye of Vecna. Oh, another Hobgoblin Bandit Lord. Okay. I also want Xanathar, the Beholder. Phaedra's Fireball. It deals 5 damage to target creature planeswalker. Then you roll a d20. 1 to 9, it deals 2 damage to each player. Or 10 to 20, it just deals 2 damage to each opponent. That's nice. It's nice. It always does damage to your enemies, but if you want to prevent it hitting you, roll high. Celestial Unicorn. Whenever you gain life, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Oh no. They're adding a whole new bunch of creatures that do this. I mean, the first one was annoying. This is worse. This is straight white again instead of white-green. Earth Cult Elemental. He's a chonky boy. Check out them shoulders. Siege Monster. When he enters the battlefield, okay, 1 to 9, each player sacrifices a permanent. 10 to 19, each opponent sacrifices a permanent. Or nat 20, each opponent sacrifices 2 permanents. Nice. Baleful Beholder. And an Owl Bear. Yay, Bird Bear. When he enters the battlefield, draw a card. Shesra, Death's Whisper, Human Elf Warlock. See, this is the kind of elf I expect in the Underdark. She should be a drow then. Makes sense. Green and black. But for some reason, they made Drizzt green and white. She doesn't make sense because he still came from the Underdark. Okay, leave it alone. Bewitching Whispers. I have to remember I can't move them. I'm used to, for some reason, moving the cursor down as I read. When Shethra, Death's Whisper, enters the battlefield, target... Oh, I get it. Her name sounds like a whisper. Shethra. And then you add in Death's Whisper. There's a lot of hissing sounds in there. When she enters the battlefield, target creature blocks, if able. So if you're going to attack with a huge creature or a tiny creature with Death Touch, and you want to get rid of specifically that guy, she can make him block. And at the beginning of my end step, if a creature died this turn, I may pay 2 life to draw a card. Very nice. Feywild Trickster, a Gnome Warlock. Whenever you roll 1 or more dice, make 1/1 blue fairy creature token with flying. That's sweet. Excuse me, folks. I'm gonna have to beat up the random number generator that has given me 3 Hobgoblin Bandit Lords. When I want a Hand of Vecna, a Xanathar, or something else. Hobgoblin Captain. When he attacks, if you he's got pack tactics that give him first strike. I'm gonna start saying it that way. A Silver Raven, an artifact bird. It's blue, flies, and it lets you scry one. It's cute. What's the quote? Wings take flight on whispered winds. Okay, that's not that great of a quote. Plundering Barbarian again. That dwarf knocking open the chest. Clever Conjurer with his mage hand. And a half-elf monk, which is a human elf monk, smacking a gnoll with just like 2 fingers. Whap! And he's like, "Grrr." Stunning strike, that's what it is. Gotcha. Tap target creature. Cute. Barrowin of Clan Under. Dwarf Cleric. When he enters the battlefield, venture into the dungeon. When he attacks, return up to 1 creature card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield if you've completed the dungeon. And Cridle of Baldur's Gate. Baldur's Gate. Uh-oh. Whenever he deals combat damage, that player loses 1 life and mills a card. You gain 1 life and scry 1. And whenever you attack, you may pay 2. If you do, target creature can't be blocked this turn. You know, like Cridle. It's sneaky enough to be black-blue. Very nice. Is that a dagger? Balanced on like 1 finger? Yes, it is. He is snazzy. Ochre jelly. Oh no. Oozes in D&D. No, nasty. Okay, he's an X spell to start with, so he's like a Hydra. When he enters the battlefield with X +1/+1 counters on him, and when he dies, if he had 2 or more +1/+1 counters on it, create a token that's a copy of it at the beginning of the next end step. It enters with half that many +1/+1 counters on it, rounded down. So if he's 20/20, if you kill him, he comes back as a 10/10. And if you kill that one, it becomes a 5/5. And that's... Come up here, cat. Melody wants attention, so she comes up screaming. So he's a nasty customer. Alright. Dragon's Fire. It's an instant. 1 in a red, and I can either reveal a dragon card from my hand or choose a dragon I control. It deals 3 damage to target creature or planeswalker. If you revealed a dragon card or chose a dragon as you cast this spell, it deals damage equal to the power of that card or creature instead. Oh, so I've got a 6/6 dragon here. This does 6 damage. It's just bam. It's not like, oh, that's a sweet, sweet card for a dragon deck. No kidding. Duh. Improvised weaponry. Deals 2 damage to any target and create a treasure token. What's the quote? Anything can be a weapon if you swing it hard enough. And she's smacking an illithid in the face. Wow. Oh, Manticore. Flying and Flash. It's a 2/1 for 4. This power better be amazing. Tail Spikes. When he enters the battlefield, destroy target creature an opponent controls that was dealt damage this turn. Almost good. Almost good. Clever Conjurer. And a Great Axe. Here's the Rust Monster. Another Aberrant Mind Sorcerer. And the big one, Mythic Rare Wildcard. That's not bad. That's anything. That could be the Eye of Vecna. An Arborea Pegasus. When he enters the battlefield, target creature gets +1/+1 and flying till end of turn. He's a 2/3 for 4. It's not that good. Here's the Delver's Torch again. You see a guard approach. Stop! You have violated the law. Oh wait, this is D&D, not Skyrim. You can distract a guard to tap a creature, or hide to target creature control gets hexproof. All the tropes, folks. All the tropes. The Arcane Investigator. Search the room. A Rhyme Shield Frost Giant. He's a 4/5 for 5 with Ward 3. Good luck trying to zap him. Rally Maneuver. It's another one of those white cooperation cards. Target creature gets +2/+0 and gains first strike until end of turn. Up to one other target creature gets +0/+2 and gains lifelink until end of turn. All that for 2 and a white. Ray of Frost. It's got Flash. And when it enters the battlefield, if target creature is red, tap it. As long as enchanted creature is red, it loses all abilities. And enchanted creature doesn't untap during its controller's untap step. So this is fuck you red as a spell. Alright. Thank you for lurking. That was a nice lightning sting. This is Ayamrith, Desert Doom. Legendary dragon, not an elder dragon, just a dragon. He's got flying. He has Ward 4 as long as he's untapped. She's untapped. I think it's a she. Whenever Ayamrith deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. If you have fewer than 3 cards in hand, draw cards equal to the difference. That's nice. So if you have no cards and you hit someone with Ayamrith, you get 3 cards. Very nice. It's a little expensive, but what do you expect? It's a fucking 5/5 flyer with extra powers. Secret Door. 0/4 Defender. And you can venture into the dungeon as a sorcery every turn. Or more than every turn if you have enough mana. Because it's not used once and it doesn't tap. Here's another Shambling Ghast. Braves the Stench is hilarious. Contact the other plane. You don't want to do that. Roll d20. 1 to 9, you draw 2 cards. That's pretty nice. 10 to 19, you scry 2, then draw 2 cards. Even nicer. And 20, scry 3, then draw 3 cards. It's like, I don't want these 2, so I'll take that good one and whatever's coming up next. This is another Genie Windseeker. Death Priest of Merkel. Miracle? It's a miracle. No. Skeletons, vampires, and zombies you control get +1/+1, but he is not one of them. He is just a tiefling cleric. And congratulations, they have now introduced tieflings into D&D cards. At the beginning of your end step, if a creature died this turn, you may pay 1. If you do, create a 1/1 black skeleton creature token. Nice. But notice, it's not for each creature that died. It's just 1 a turn. Tops. And the biggie, bingo! The Eye of Vecna. When it enters the battlefield, you draw a card and you lose 2 life. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may pay 2. If you do, you draw a card and you lose 2 life. Very nice. Ooh, it's a Mimic. Sacrifice a Mimic to add 1 mana of any color. And tap it. Spend 2 and the Mimic becomes a shapeshifter. A 3/3 shapeshifter till the end of turn. Nice. A Hoarding Ogre. Look at the shit-eating grin on his face. Whenever Hoarding Ogre attacks, roll a d20. Either create a treasure token, 2 credit... 1, 2, or 3. Gotcha. There's the Manticore. There's some leather armor again. Wonder if they have chain armor. Here's an Inspiring Bard. When he enters the battlefield, do one of two things. Either Bardic Inspiration. Target creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn. Or the Song of Rest, where you gain 3 life. Oh, I got a portable hole. When it enters the battlefield, exile target non-land permanent with an opponent controls with mana value 2 or less until portable hole leaves the battlefield. It's cute. It's white. It's annoying because it's white, and any color should have it. They fall for it every time. That's not a quote from D&D. That's a quote from Bugs Bunny. Sudden Insight. Draw a card for each different mana value. This could be a lot of cards. Minsk, beloved ranger. He has a hamster named Boo. When he enters the battlefield, create Boo. Boo is legendary, which is fucking awesome. And until the end of turn, target creature you control has base power and toughness XX. Becomes a giant. Giant hamster. You can make your hamster into an XX +1 giant. Giant hamster. Only as a sorcery, though. No surprise hamsters. That's funny. I like this guy. He's funny. So I have to back this up, which is cool. The Sylvan Shepherd. Roll a d20, either gain 1, 2, or 5 life. Look at that jump. 5 life. Wow. Secret tunnel. Okay, secret door. Priest of Ancient Lore. When Priest of Ancient Lore enters the battlefield, you gain 1 life and draw a card. Nice. Brazen Dwarf. When you roll 1 or more dice, he deals 1 damage to each opponent. Nice. Every time you roll a die. So if you have a die rolling deck, I want to see die rolling in this game. Oh, this is going to be cool. Scaled Herbalist. You happen on a glade. Either Journey On, where you search your library for 2 basic land cards, reveal them and put them into your hand and shuffle. Or you make camp, returning your target permanent card from your graveyard to your hand. Burning Hands. Very nice spell. It deals 2 damage to target creature. If that permanent is green, it does 6 damage because, wood burns. And the biggie, Westgate Regent. He's a 4/4 for 5. He's got flying and ward to discard a card. So if somebody wants to cast a spell on him, they need to discard a card as well as paying the mana cost. That's nice. And when he deals combat damage to a player, you put that many +1/+1 counters on it. Oh my. So, if you attack with him and he hits your opponent, he goes from a 4/4 to an 8/8. I want this card. I want it bad. It's not the only card I have that does that. Or at least does that doubles and in counters when it hits a player, or would hit a player. I have a Zadek in a deck. SZDAEK. SZADEK. Look him up. Unexpected Windfall. As an additional cast, you discard a card to draw 2 cards and create 2 treasure tokens. That is almost worth it for 2 red and 2. Clever girl. Clever conjurer. Shortcut Seeker. A Jaded Sellsword. A Dragon Warrior. It's Dragonkin, folks. They have Dragonkin. When he enters the battle... Oh, God, he counts as a dragon. Oh, he counts as a dragon. That's fucking nice. And when he enters the battlefield, if mana from a treasure was sent to cast it, it gains first strike and haste. He's a sellsword, so if you give him treasure, he does better work because he's jaded. And here's Eyes of the Beholder again. Blue Dragon. Let's see, for 7 mana, you get a 5/5. Who better have a good power. I mean, he's got flying, yeah, sure, but he's 7 mana. Lightning Breath. When he enters the battlefield until your next turn, target creature your opponent controls gets -3/-0. Up to one other target gets -2/-0, and up to one other target gets -1/-0. So you can lower the strength of 3 cards with him. Okay, that is worth 7 for a 5/5. Over here in the white section, it's a Moon Blessed Cleric with Divine Intervention. Notice, it's a 3/2 for 3. This power shouldn't be that great for that mana to that much strength and toughness. But when it enters the battlefield, you may search your library for an enchantment card, reveal it, shuffle, and put that card on top. It's a frickin' tutor. A tutor. And a creature. And there's a rare wild card. Moving on. A Hoarding Ogre. Another Ranger Longbow. Mordenkainen's Polymorph. Until the end of my turn, target creature becomes a dragon with base power and toughness 4/4 and gains flying. It loses all other creature types. Nice. Great Axe. Wandering Troubadour. He's a dragon bard. Oh, the dragonkin look pretty cool. Beginning of your end step, you had, if you had a land enter the battlefield, venture into the dungeon. That's nice. I got another Minsk. You hear something on watch. Either rouse the party or set off traps. It's white. It makes sense that it's white. I get that. Ooh, Thieves' Tools. Makes a treasure token when it comes out into play. It's black, which is interesting. And the equipped creature can't be blocked as long as it's power 3 or less. And note, it doesn't add to the power. That's cool. Brazen Dwarf again, and Fate's Reversal. Return up to one target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Oh, and venture into the dungeon. Choose your weapon. Haha, you can either have 2 weapon fighting, where you double the creature's power and toughness till end of turn, or archery, that deals 5 damage to target creature with flying. Critical hit! Oh, knocked his head clean off. It's an instant. Target creature gains double strike until end of turn. When you roll a natural 20, return critical hit from your graveyard to your hand. Nice. Ah, the Mind Flayer. Yes. Dominate monster. When it enters the battlefield, you gain control of target creature for as long as you control Mind Flayer. So if you have cards that flicker it, make it exile and come back. You have a good chance of just changing whatever creature you've grabbed, especially if that creature's going to die. Okay, we've got Fate's Reversal. I didn't even know what card that was. Hill Giant Herd Gorger. Just gives you life. And he's a 7/6 for 6. I'd like to repeat that. He is a 7/6 for 6 mana, and he gives you 3 life. That is an amazing freaking card. Boots of Speed, a veteran dungeoneer. When he enters the battlefield, venture into the dungeon. That's it. Oh, when she enters it. That's a she. You find the villain's lair again. Spoils of the Hunt. Target creature you control gets +1/+0 until end of turn for each mana from a treasure that was spent to cast this spell. So you can get it up to +3/+0. Then that creature deals damage equal to its power to target creature an opponent controls. Not fight. Targnar Demon Fang Knoll. I am Big Knoll, I have name. He's got pack tactics, and which gives him gives attacking creatures +1/+0. And you can double his power and toughness till the end of turn for 2, a green and a red. He's pretty nasty. Demogorgon's Clutches. Target opponent discards 2 cards, mills 2 cards, loses 2 life. Nice. The Circle of Dreams. It's the Circle of Dreams. Now add 1 green for each creature you control. Very nice. Very, very nice. 3 green mana for a 2/1. That wouldn't be bad if you're playing all green, though. You wouldn't want to put this in a non-all-green deck, or a 3 or 4 color, because 1, it costs 3 green, 2, it only makes green. Arborea Pegasus, a devoted paladin, a dueling rapier, Devour Intellect. Target opponent discards a card. If mana from a treasure was spent, instead they reveal their hand. You choose a non-land card from it, and they discard it. Yeah, I'll know what you know soon enough. Nilior, the Xanathar Guild Spymaster. Nice. And a Neverwinter Dryad. For those Neverwinter nights. For 2 and sacrifice them, search library for a forest. Put it onto the battlefield. That's pretty nice. Of course, it costs 1 to put them out there, and then 2 more to do that. So, Tasha's Hideous Laughter. Each opponent exiles cards from the top of their library until that player has exiled cards with a total mana value of 20 or more. Oh my, that could be very nice. Especially if they come into a land spike, just start chucking away all their lands. The Raging Behir reared back, opens its terrible maw, and collapsed in a fit of horrifying giggles. Hideous Laughter is a nasty spell. Totally debilitates your enemy. Paladin's Shield. I like the shield with the big male fist on it. M-A-I-L, not M-A-L-E. Delver's Torch. Kick in the door. Sylvan Shepherd. Gain 1 life, 2 life for 5 life. Cloister Gargoyle. When it enters the battlefield, venture into the dungeon. As long as you've completed a dungeon, he gets +3/+0 and has flying. Very nice. Prosperous Innkeeper. When he enters the battlefield, create a treasure token, and when another creature enters the battlefield under my control, I gain a life. That's nice. Wish. You may play a card you own from outside the game this turn. Ha ha ha. 2 and a red to tutor from your sideboard. Nice. If you had just 1 wish, what would it be? Gold, or an angel song? Finding a lost love, or finding your way back home? Let me sing a song about 1 wish that came true. Eliwick Tumblestrum. Bards were always like that. I got a song about it. Want to hear it? Here it goes. Dueling Rapier, Air Cult Elemental, Gloom Stalker. It's a Dwarf Ranger. As long as I completed a dungeon, he gets double strike. He's a 2/3 for 3. That's not so bad. And he noticed he doesn't make you venture into the dungeon. He doesn't help his own cause. Here's a Sepulchre Ghoul. You come to the Knoll Camp. You choose one. Intimidate them. See, up to 2 target creatures can't block this turn. Or you fend them off, where target creature gets +3/+1 until the end of turn. Keen-Eared Sentry, yep. Warlock class. Gain the next level as a sorcery to add its ability. Okay, at the beginning of your end step, if a creature died this turn, each opponent loses 1 life. The next, for 1 and a black, it becomes level 2. When this class becomes level 2, look at the top 3 cards in your library, put 1 of them into your hand and the rest into your graveyard. And for 6 and a black, level 3, at the beginning of your end step, each opponent loses life equal to the life they've lost this turn. So you double the damage that they've taken. Each opponent, just so you know. And it's not when it becomes level 3, it's every time you have an end step. Nasty. It's almost good enough to be rare. Almost. It's that cost of that last one that gets it. And the biggie, Gelatinous Cube. It's got Engulf. When it enters the battlefield, exile target non-ooze creature an opponent controls until it leaves the battlefield. And Dissolve, for black and X, you put target creature card with mana value X into its owner's graveyard. That's nice, except for one thing. It only does this once. Gelatinous cubes keep moving around and keep eating things. They don't necessarily move fast, but they move. And they keep eating. Jaded Sellsword. Shocking Grasp. -2/-0. Draw a card. You hear something on watch. Fate's Reversal. Spoils the Hunt. Keen-Eared Sentry. Shesra. And the biggie, Another Wish. That's not that bad. Alright, Shocking Grasp. Deadly Dispute. Draw 2 cards and create a treasure token if you sacrifice an artifact or a creature. And spend 1 black and 1. That's pretty nice. Spiked Pit Trap, the good old Pit of Spikes. For 5 and tap it, choose a target creature, then roll. It either deals 5 damage, or it deals 5 damage and you create a treasure token. Priest of Ancient Lore. Just realized he's holding a fucking Mjolnir. We are a product of our ancestors, the apotheosis of countless noble generations. Speak their names with reverence and they will guide your path. It just yells old man yammering to me. Scaled Herbalist. I could help you, or I could eat you for lunch. I haven't decided yet. Here's Shesra again, and the biggie, a Forsworn Paladin. So he's got Menace, he's a 1/1 for 1, which makes him like cannon fodder. For 1 black and 1, and tap him and pay a life, I can create a treasure. For 2 and a black, target creature gets +2/+0 to the end of turn. If mana from treasure was spent, also gains Death Touch. He is a horrible rare. Just horrible. I mean, why would you want this as a rare, ever? So easy to kill, it's frightening. Delver's Torch, Shortcut Seeker, Price of Loyalty, Sepulchre Ghoul, Cridle of Baldur's Gate, and Cleric class. Let's see what they teach you in Cleric class. If you would gain life, you gain that much life plus 1 instead. For 3 and a white, it becomes level 2. Whenever you gain life, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. And for white and 4, when it becomes level 3, so this happens once, return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. You gain life equal to its toughness. So you raise the dead. Gotcha. Oh, here he is, Dristorden, the drow who does not have the correct drow colors. I hate you, Drist. You have been screwed up by Magic the Gathering. He should be green-black, because even if you leave the Underdark, it doesn't make you not a creature of the Underdark. He's still a frickin' drow. He's got double strike. He's a 3/3 for 5. So that's 6 damage. 3 of it immediate in first strike time. So when he enters the battlefield, create Gwenhwyvar. That H in there is kind of hard to pronounce in the middle of the word. A legendary 4/1 green cat creature token with trample. 4/1. So she does a lot of damage, but somebody smacks her, she's down. That's sad. Whenever a creature died, if it had power greater than Driz, put a number of +1/+1 counters on him to equal the difference. It's not even whenever one of your creatures dies. Any creature. Oh, good thing white excels at exiling and not destroying. I have Dres now. Delver's Torch, Silver Raven, Bull's Strength. Target creature gets +2/+2 and trample. Untap it. Owl Bear, Clattering Skeletons. When it dies, mentions a dungeon. A 4/3 for 4. That's pretty good. Check for traps. Aberrant Mind Sorcerer, and the biggie. Orcus, Prince of Undeath. Wow. A red, a black, 2, and X. So when he enters the battlefield, choose 1. Each other creature gets -X until end of turn, and you lose X life. Or return up to X target creature cards with total mana value X or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. They gain haste. So, if you spent 6 mana, you can return up to 6 creature cards with total mana value 6 or less. So you can get 3 2s, 2 3s, a 4 and a 2. But hell, what happens if you spend 10? And that's on top of the 4 you have to start off with, so that's not going to happen often. But he's the Prince of Undeath, so that's cool. Okay. Vampire Spawn. Find the path. When it enters the battlefield, venture into the dungeon, and it makes a land make 2 green mana instead of its normal. Spoils of the Hunt. Target creature you control gets +1/+0 until the end of turn for each mana. Okay, yeah, I've read this before. Valor Singer, a Tiefling Bard, Combat Inspiration. Beginning of combat, target creature you control gets +1/+0 until end of turn. Nice. Hey, it's a Blink Dog. Blink Dogs are the goodest boys of D&D. 1/1 for 3. But he's got double strike and the teleport power where he phases out for 3 and a white. Portable hold again. Yeah. Hey. 1320 stun. Yes, I'm playing Magic. Long rest. 3 green and X. Return X target cards with different mana values from your graveyard to your hand. If 8 or more cards were returned to your hand this way, your life total becomes equal to your starting life total. That's nice. That's pretty nice. That's a green card, especially good. You see a guard approach. Hilarious. Celestial Unicorn. Oh, they actually put Plummet in here. Destroy a creature with flying. Swarming Goblins. When I enter, roll a d20, either create a goblin, create 2, or create 3. So, you cast a 4/3 goblin, and off its back hops 3 more goblins, up to 3 more. Hilarious. Bar the gate, counter target creature or planeswalker spell. Venture into the dungeon. You happen on a glade. Yep. Choose your weapon. All these tropes are hilarious. Oh, it's the dancing sword. The sword that you don't need to attack to kill with, right? Equipped creature gets +2/+1. When it dies, you may have dancing sword become a 2/1 construct with flying and ward 1. If you do, it isn't an equipment anymore. It's cute. It's cute. Okay, Dragon's Fire, which is nasty. Plummet. That dueling rapier again. Earth Cult Elemental. You come to a river. Either fight the current, return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand, or find a crossing, which gives the creature +1/+0 and make it unblockable. Keen-eyed sentry again, keen-eared sentry. I know who that is in the background. That's that thief. That blue-black thief. Cool. Minion of the Mighty. This is a kobold. This is the best kobold. Now he's got pack tactics, so if you attack with power 6 or greater and with him in it, you can put a dragon creature card from your hand onto the battlefield, tapped and attacking. Tapped and tacking, right. I'm not looking at it. I wasn't looking at it at the time, so I didn't read the words. I just remembered the words. I read it quickly a second before, and the words are hard. You'd go, hey, why the hell would I attack with a 0/1? Well, it puts a dragon into your play from your hand. It's any dragon. It could be a big old 6/6 dragon. It could be a 5/5 dragon that if it hits, makes everybody draw 7 cards. Could be a dragon that either that makes your opponent either sacrifice a creature or take 5 life. So much you could do with a kobold. With this kobold. Hill Giant Herd Gorger. Hired Hexblade. When he enters the battlefield, draw a card and lose 1 life if you spent treasure on him. Dire Wolf Prowler. Gets +2/+2 and gains haste until end of turn. There's the Mimic. A +2 mace. Still think that's hilarious. The Guild Thief. A green dragon. It's got poison breath. When he enters the battlefield until end of turn, whenever a creature an opponent controls is dealt damage, destroy it. That's nice. It's very nice. And the biggie, an adult gold dragon. 4/3 for 5 mana. Doesn't sound good, but it's got flying, lifelink, and haste, so you can immediately hit someone for 4 and gain 4 life off of it. If they don't have a blocker that flies or has reach. So, Phaedra's Fireball again. Hobgoblin's Captain. Celestial Unicorn. Rhyme Shield Thrust Giant. Trickster's Talisman. It's an artifact, it's equipment. Invoke Duplicity. Equipped creature gains +1/+1, and whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, you may sacrifice Trickster's Talisman. If you do, create a token that's a copy of this creature. Pretty nice. Stick it on something big and stompy. Then you can have 2 big stompies. And if you have a way of bringing back artifacts from the graveyard, that works too. There's a white dragon. He's got cold breath. When he enters the battlefield, tap a creature and it doesn't untap the next turn. That's nice. And the biggie. There's the ochre jelly again. X +1/+1 counters. You kill it and half of it gets back up and keeps fighting. Owlbear. Priest of Ancient Lore. Precipitous Drop. Clever Conjurer. And a Yuang Ti Fangblade. Monk of the Open Hand. And Hama Pashar, Ruin Seeker. Room abilities of dungeons you own trigger an additional time. Cool. Monk class. Let's see what the monk can do. And it's a rare. Usually, sometimes it's an enchantment. I mean, not enchantment, a uncommon. So this one better be good. The second spell you cast each turn costs 1 less to cast. When this class becomes level 2, return up to 1 target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. It doesn't stipulate anything about who controls or who owns it, so... Okay. Yeah, I can think of things you can do with this. Exile the top... Well, wait. Let's see. Let's show the cost again. It's 1, a white, and a blue. I gotta keep my hands off of it. The beginning of your upkeep. You exile the top card in your library. As long as it remains exile, you may cast this card from exile as long as you cast another spell this turn. So it could be the second card, which is helpful if you are out of cards. Oh, what's the first one? Yeah. And it'll be a little bit cheaper. Jaded Sellsword. Knoll Hunter. Wait. It's not a Knoll Hunter. It's a Knoll Hunter. He's got Pack Tactics for +1/+1. You hear something on watch. Plummet. There's the Displacer Beast. Some people were saying that Displacer Beast is basically the cat of D&D, since the Blink Dog is the dog of D&D. Does that look like any cat you've ever heard of? It only looks a little like a cat to me. More like a flurkin with those whippy vine tentacles. When Displacer Beast enters the battlefield, venture into the dungeon, and you can send it back to its owner's hand. Nice. because if you really think about it, displacer beasts are pretty cool. Displacer beasts are, much like cats, to dogs, are the sworn enemies of this blink dogs. I still don't know how they managed to fight. Alright, let's see what the biggie is. Oh wait, I forgot to look over here. It's a Lightfoot rogue with a halfling. I got Mordenkainen. He's Coolinkainen. Draw 2 cards, then put a card from your hand on the bottom of your library. Create a blue dog illusion creature token with this creature's power and toughness are each equal to twice the number of cards in your hand. And 10, exchange your hand and library. Then shuffle, you get an emblem with you have no maximum hand size. I'm thinking about it. Forgot the word. Or it got caught in my throat, really. 15 deck packs left. 15. Pixie Guide. Deadly Dispute. Brazen Dwarf. Dwarf Hold Champion. As long as I equip, it gets +0/+2. Nice. Clever Girl. Fade Wild Trickster. Funny. Both the gnome here and the dragon in the picture to the right of it, they both look stoned as fuck. There's Brunner Battlehammer again. And the biggie, Dungeon Descent. Dungeon Descent enters the battlefield tapped. Tap it for a colorless. Add 4 and tap it to tap an untapped legendary creature you control. Okay. Thinking how useful this is. I mean, tapping. Oh wait, you can do it on anyone's turn, so you can wait till right before your turn during your opponent's end phase. Not as bad. Not as bad. And it's land, so it doesn't cost you anything. Alright. Genie Windseeker. Plundering Barbarian. You come to a Knoll camp. Alright. Had to look up something. Cleric class again. Anything good here? No, nothing new. And the biggie? Zorn. An elemental. If you would create 1 or more treasure tokens. Oh, additional treasure tokens. It's not bad, Zorn. Not bad. Owlbear, Gwanky Fangblade, Valor Singer, you come to a river, Veteran Dungeoneer, ooh, a Drider, Drow Spider. When it deals combat damage to a player, create a 2/1 black spider creature token with Menace and Reach. Death Priest of Miracle, and the biggie. Another Orb of Dragonkind. I think this was a major plot point in one of the books. Alright. Deadly Dispute. Vampire Spawn. Spiked Pit Trap. Manticore. Here's Krydle again. I've got like 3 of him. Barbarian class. Let you roll a second die and ignore the lowest roll. Nice. Whenever you roll one or more dice, target creature gets +2 +0 and menace. Nice. And for level 3, it gives everything haste. Even better. I can see people getting rid of this fast. And the biggie, Rogue class. Monk class and Rogue class are the two that are pretty are rares so far. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, exile the top card of that player's library face down. You may look at it for as long as it remains exiled. Okay, I'm thinking of what you can do with this. Yeah, I play Magic in real life too. I don't play Legacy. I used to play just regular Magic back from 1994 to 2001. Then I quit to do adulting and work and shit and save money and shit. So I didn't play again till I found Magic the Gathering Arena when it was in open beta. Well, actually, it was still in closed beta for like the first month I played. That was cool. And now I play it, and I've started buying cards again. In fact, sometime around the end of this month, I'll be opening 36 packs, a whole box of this set. So that's going to be cool. Now, level 1, when deals combat damage, you exile top of the player's card. You may look at it as long as it remains exiled. For level 2, creatures you control have menace. Level 3, you may play cards exiled with Rogue class, and you may spend mana as though it was mana of any color. This card is one that I love and want to play. Definitely. Neverwinter Dryad, a Delver's Torch, Inspiring Bard, Steadfast Paladin, and a Horde Robber. He makes creature tokens if you hit someone with him. And to think, a year ago I was picking pockets in Waterdeep. What are you doing now? You're stealing from dragons. Here's a rust monster. Boy, he's ugly. Let me read the quote on him. They don't seem scary, but then you're suddenly standing there in your underclothes without a weapon. Then, everything looks like a threat. Ooh, a lurking rope. Oh, a fucking roper? Jeez. Roper's bad. 4/5 for 3. Ah, he doesn't untap during your untap step. He only untaps when you gain life. In other words, don't attack with him unless you have ways of gaining life, because oh god, look at it. Okay, let me read the quote on this one. You see, stalactites grow down from the ceiling, while stalagmites reach. Ah! There's an easy way to remember it. Stalactites stick tight to the ceiling, while stalagmites might fall over and kill you. Bolo's Guide to Monsters. Oh, he is funny looking. As in, he looks like a barrel of fucking laughs. I noticed he's pointing to the dragon head on the wall. He's like, I caught that last week. Whenever you cast this creature spell that doesn't share a creature type with a creature you control or a creature card in your graveyard, copy that spell. Copy of a creature spell becomes a token. That's nice. The beholder told me I had a good eye for details. Who was I to argue? Yeah, Volo. Hilarious. Yeah, flinging the roper at someone's nasty. Okay, Sepulchre Ghoul, half-elf monk. Find the path. You're ambushed on the road. I don't have this one. You choose one. You make a retreat. You return a target creature you control to owner's hand, or you stand and fight, giving a creature +1/+3. And the quote is: hand over your loot, and no one gets hurt. And here's an Eltugard Ranger. He enters the battlefield. He makes a wolf. Here's a Loathsome Troll. Only if he's in the graveyard. You can roll a d20. For 1 to 9, you put him on top of the library. 10 to 19, you put him in your hand. And 20, nat 20, you put him in the battlefield. Gretchen Titchwillow, a halfling druid. She looks so friendly. She's little. Plant what you wish to see grow. Listen for the stories you want to hear told. Draw a card and put down an extra land card. That's nice. She looks so sweet. You want to kill her or turn her evil. Mythic rare wildfire. Alright. Swarming Goblins. Jaded Sellsword. Eye of the Beholder. Priest of Ancient Lore. Death Priest of Miracle. Don't you know you never split the party? Return half the creatures they control to their owner's hand rounded up. Don't you know you never split the party? If you don't know that song and you play D&D, look up that song on YouTube. It's hilarious. Never split the party. A Yanti Malison. Snake Rogue. He can't be blocked as long as he's attacking alone. When he deals combat damage to a player, venture into the dungeon. Nice. 8 more packs. Hoarding Ogre. You ambush on the road. Plummet. Boots of Speed. Dwarfhold Champion. Wild Shape. Choose one. Until the end of turn, target creature you control has that base power and toughness, becomes that creature type, and gains that ability. A 1/3 turtle with hexproof, a 1/5 spider with reach, and a 3/3 elephant with trample. That is fun. A treasure chest. Sacrifice a treasure chest to roll a d20. With a 1, you're trapped. You lose 3 life. They added a botch roll. For 2 to 9, you create 5 treasure tokens. 10 to 19, you gain 3 life and draw 3 cards. And for a 20, you search your library for a card. If it's an artifact card, you may put it onto the battlefield. Otherwise, put that card in your hand, then shuffle. Nice. Dragon's Fire, Hill Giant Herd Gorger, Feigned Death. You see a god approach. You find the villain's lair. I still take offense. No one has found my lair yet. Targnar, the Demon Fang Knoll, and the biggie. Another gelatinous cube. It's okay. I'll say it's okay. A 4/3 for 4 that does all this. Pretty good. But it would be nice if you were able to get something out of the dissolve, like make another 1/1 cube that does engulf. Instead of engulf and dissolve, it just has engulf. That works. It eats something and then spits out a baby? Yeah, that's a gelatinous cube. Okay, it doesn't usually do it fast. It's usually off screen over months. But Yangti Fangblade, Dawnbringer Cleric, Horde Robber, you're ambushed on the road. Prosperous Innkeeper, come on in, come on in. You meet in a tavern. Choose one, form a party, look at the top 5 cards in your library. You may reveal any number of creature cards and put them into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Start a brawl. Creatures you control get +2/+2 until end of turn. Nice! Here's Monk class again. Pretty good for if you want to play multiple spells and like white. Oh, and blue. I understand some people don't like blue for some reason. Scaled Herbalist, Dragon's Fire, Leather Armor, Baleful Beholder. Sorry about the noise, I had an itch. And Evolving Wilds, a Purple Worm. Ward 2, costs 2 less to cast if a creature died this turn. So, it's a 8/7 for 7, or if a creature died, it's an 8/7 for 5. This is a nice card. F.A. Wild Trickster, and the biggie, Zorn. A Zorn. So he's not legendary, so you can put multiple of him out. So you can get extra extra treasures galore if you have more than one of him. Spoils of the Hunt, Leather Armor, Jaded Sellsword, Eyes of the Beholder, Hunter's Mark, Cloister Gargoyle, and the biggie, another gelatinous cube. Boo. I've already got the Book of Vile Deeds and the Hand and Eye of Vecna, so I'm set there. I'm glad I bought the 50-pack pre-order, because that means I have Lolf. Horde Robber, Veteran Dungeoneer, Priest of Ancient Lore, Contact from the Other Plane, Contact Other Plane, and Celestial Unicorn. Got a Dungeon Crawler here. And you find some prisoners. You break the chain. Oh, up. Somebody follow me. What just happened? Ah, cheer. Hey, Markety Mark, how you doing? Thanks for the bits. I'm down to 2 packs left of the 53 packs of Forgotten Realms. Yes, they've merged D&D with MTG. And I was just reading, you find some prisoners. Some of the instants and sorceries in this are hilarious with names like that. And you can choose one, either break their chains, i.e. destroy target artifact, or interrogate them, which means you exile the top 3 cards of target opponent's library, choose one of them. Until the end of your next turn, you may play that card, and you may spend mana as though it were mana of any color to cast it. That is a rarity in red. That is rare. And the big card, that wasn't even the big card. Here comes my rare. Ah, it's Mind Flayer. Nice. Gain control of target creature for as long as you control Mind Flayer. I love taking control of target creatures and casting spells that aren't mine. I'm so surprised to put this in red. I mean, I can make a blue, black, green deck, a red deck now. Put Atali in there and that card. Air Cult Elemental. Underdark Basilisk. Dire Wolf Prowler. Inspiring Bard. And a Mimic. Got a Dungeon Crawler. Literally crawls out of a dungeon. A Gretchen Titwillow. And Tasha's Hideous Laughter. Totally debilitate that creature. Also totally debilitate debilitate your opponent. Oh, it's each opponent. Oh my god. I need this in frickin' Commander. Everybody, start discarding shit. Now I've got more cards I need to put in my black-blue mill deck. That's so cool. And my final pack. Oh, you got vaccinated. Nice. You got the one shot. Cool. I wasn't able to get the one shot because I went to get it, and they were out. So I had to make a freaking appointment. But I'm all vaccinated now. I got both my shots, and it was over 2 weeks ago. Veteran Dungeoneer. Baleful Beholder. Look at that size. He's a 6/5 for 6. And he either makes each opponent sacrifice an enchantment, or creatures you control gain menace. Air Cult Elemental. +2 mace. They couldn't come up with a better name for it. Iron Golem. And the final rare is a mythic wild card. Nice. Very nice. Oh, I got people here. Cool folks who are playing Magic. And that is my 50 freaking cards. Except they have a sealed Forgotten Realms game going on. 2,000. You receive 6 14-card packs. They'll be added to your collection. Use them plus basic lands to build a 40-card deck. Play games and receive prizes based on how many games you win, until you lose 3 losses. I have lost 3 losses after 1 win. I don't think I've done that after 0 wins, but there's also a Forgotten Realms draft. It's like 10,000. Not sure. I like this party. It looks interesting. Well, for 10,000 gold, I guess I can do something. Average queue time is under a minute, but drafts take a long time. So you have to get 7 wins. Actually, you have to get 6 wins in order to make back. Oh, 5, 4. Okay, you have to get between 4 and 5 wins to come close to getting back your investment. That's a lot of wins. I'm gonna back off. Yeah. What else we got going? Oh, just those 3 things. Wow. Premier draft or sealed? Yeah, I just recently tried 2 Lands 2 Furious again. It doesn't work anymore. People have better decks, different cards that do weirder stuff. I will make a deck. Standard deck that's all Strixhaven and Forgotten Realms. Should I throw Keldheim and Zendikar in there? No, I won't. So, of course I'm going for blue-black. Let's see what I can do when it has, of course, I'm going to put control in first. See guard control. No. Reject. Test of talents. It counters and gets rid of extra cards at the same time. Here, let's get the Mind Flayer out there. I'll just go with what I have. You see guard approach. No. You're already there. Nope. Wow, there's so little control. Gain control stuff in here. What if I add in Kaldheim and Zendikar? Yikes. Nimble Trap Finder. Can't be blocked if you have another one of those. The Omen Keel. Cosima, God of the Voyage. Beginning of your upkeep, you may exile Cosima. If you do, it gains whenever a land enters the battlefield. If Cosima is exiled, you may put a Voyage counter on it. If you don't, return it to the battlefield with X +1/+1 counters and draw X cards where X is the number of Voyage counters. Ah, I see. How do you get him back? Okay. That's odd. I don't quite get that, so I will definitely put it in my deck. So I can understand it better, because Cosima's weird. He exiles, or she exiles, and whenever a land enters the battlefield, if Cosima is in exile, I may put a Voyage counter on it. If I don't, return her with X +1/+1 counters on it and draw X cards. No, that's weird. Not sure whether it means if you don't play a land, it comes back, or if you play a land and don't pay. Forget it. Feign death, demonic gifts. I'm gonna back out of this. I don't know the cards well enough. But one thing I am going to do, though, I may like cats, but I also like evil things. And getting a bundle with a Beholder pet is pretty freaking epic. Now, for 15,000, gold or 3,000. It's 15,000 gold. Alrighty then. Now I go to profile. Check my pet. Yep. Behold ye the beholder. So I'll play one of my regular decks. Do I have any brawl decks? Oh, I've got one new one, and the rest are history. All right, let's see what we can do. Lightstorm. Okay, I can deal with this. I need green though. I need green. I'll keep 7. Ha ha! Nice, he yawns. Nice, he's zaps my opponent. I really hope I draw a forest. I'm not gonna do this. And next turn I can do him.
Stand by as innocent people are slaughtered.
Another
Ghosting
Kaya,
feels
huh?
weird, right? We don't need this distraction.
You get one more hit on me, pal. Shoot. Yeah, you can get rid of her in order to put him away. Okay, let's zap that. Oh, that's nice. It has multiple. I knew she was trying to do that.
Stay gone.
Okay, dead. Two, 4, and 1. That's 10. I'm dead. Now 5. Okay, I just wanted to see what that beholder looked like. I don't know how to make decks anymore. It's been so long since I played seriously. But you have to start somewhere. Alright. Let me look at making decks again. Black and blue. Ebb and Death, Dragolich. No, don't crap. Oh, did I clicked on collection instead of... I'm clicking on all the wrong stuff today, folks. Let's go Brawl. I always did love Brawl. Mordenkainen. Wait, let's see. Black, blue. Let's see what we got that I can use. Got plenty of Kreidel. Big old Ashaniak. Zarathan the Trickster. Where the hell did he come from? Return an unblocked rogue. To swap him out for it. Gotcha. Stealing dead creatures. I love that. And what does Jaruda do? When he has a battlefield, each player mills 4 and put a creature card with an even value. Oh. I'll play Jaruda. Now, blue, black, and legendary. Wow, they don't have a checkbox for legendary. I'm surprised. No. I love playing with legendary stuff. I can make an all legendary deck. Okay, let's put in Baron. Alaros. Calliope. Emery to get back enchantments. Thassa to make things bounce. Emery still have a flyer. Mordenkainen because he's just cool. Gedwig's cool too. No. 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 Yep, Taborax. Let's put the Book of Vile Darkness in there. Eboneth the Grecolich. Veto. Liliana is good. Rankle, of course. Lolth. Can't beat Lolth. What is her powers? Yeah. Ah, she makes 8. She makes you take 8. Conrad, yep. Kreidel, to mess with people. Zarathan, because he's a rogue. Geruda. The rest are going to be rogues. Are there lands in here? Yeah, there are lands in there. Merfolk Wind Robber? Okay, what do you do? End of turn. Any more cards in graveyard? Sacrifice Merfolk Wind Robber, draw a card. Oh, so he's like him, except for he's 1/1 instead of 1/2, and he makes you mill 2 cards. Okay. Opponent mills 2 cards. Nice. Wait. Yeah, that's how target creature's opponent. Controller. Nice. Ghostly Pilferer. He's a Spirit Rogue. He's nice. None of that party bullshit. Okay, Wanti. Brazen Borrower, everybody loves them. Glasspool Mimic. Yeah, Glasspool Mimic's good. Just automatically draw a card, but he costs 3. Okay, fine. Shortcut Seeker, Dungeon, Sure-Footed Infiltrator. Oh yeah, all I gotta do is tap a rogue, another rogue, in order to make him unblockable. Nice. When Moonlit Scavengers enters the battlefield, you control an artifact or enchantment. Return target creature and opponent controls to its owner's hand. No. Undersea Invaders. Thieves Guild Enforcer. Oh, she makes Mills, that's cool. Iceman is a skulker, definitely. He makes treasures. Only 5 cards left. Rogue class. Nimana Skydancer makes a mill. That's nice. Mask Blackguard. No. He's cute. The few surviving humans of Krov would have welcomed the return of winter and its sterilizing cold. They often peered northward, hoping that the snow's edge had reached their city and their infested city tomb. Very nice, but he sucks. Okay, now I need the king. That's greater than 3. With power with 3 or greater, no. Less 3. Oops. Oops. Okay, none of that in gold. Shadow's Verdict. Lol. Less 3 and blocked. Thieves' Tools, there it is. I need one more card. And that's gonna be a Planeswalker. Not Ashiok. Well, I'll put these in because they destroy. And they go back in the library and I can draw them again. Him. Alright. Now we look at lands. Oops. Really? No dual lands? I don't have any dual lands in black-blue? Wow. Well, let's check the not collected stack, too. Okay, this is wrong. Oh, Planeswalker. Alright. This one's a black or a blue. This one's a black and a blue. Ice Tunnel. This one's a blue that adds black. This is a black and a blue. Alright. And we named this, wait a minute, who's in charge of the stack? Jaruda's not in charge, the master is, oh, it is Jaruda. What do you do? Oh, okay, even mana. So here's a whole bunch of 2s, skip the 3s. Uh-oh, there's a lot of 3s in here. Here are the 4s. Uh-oh, there's the 5s. Here's the 6. there's 14 threes. We gotta get rid of Jairuda as a commander. Oops. Wait, I could play it from their deck too. Jairuda's Gyrations. Let's have. Shall we play a game? Jairuda's Gyrations. Let's go. Okay. Got a dual color land here. He just woke up. Showed up a little late. That's fucking Daxos deck. I hate Daxos. Oh, that was dumb. That was dumb. That was dumb. I did a stupid. Should have got something. I got the Vile Book of Darkness. I just put a bunch of cards together that I liked and had colors in common. You can fuck you, book. I got a beholder. Griffin Airy. Gains a life whenever fucking gains a +1/+1 counter whenever you gain a fucking life. I forgot to put the other Vector shit in there. I'm an idiot. Send her my way. She's going back in your fucking hand. damage. Green instantly. You know, I hate Daxos. Should have quit when I first saw Daxos there. Okay. I can't wait till rotation. Okay. That's gonna be it, folks. I'm going. I've had a fun time opening up packs of Magic the Gathering, Dungeons and Dragons, Forgotten Realms, utter fun. Got some really nifty cards, and I see that the same bullshit still being played today that was being played when I retired from Magic playing and streaming a year ago. So September, looking forward to September when they get rid of shit like Daxos and all those goddamn invulnerable gods. I mean, indestructible. Such pain. So until next time, have a good night, but don't forget to stay evil. Ha 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 ha.